Let the bot battle begin. Two vertical spinners looking to go to 2-0, and neither Hypershock seems to be getting underneath there, and then Bombshell gets underneath. A little back and forth testing between the wedges. Oh, there's a showcase of Hypershock speed. Oh, geez, Hypershock lands a decent shot in Bombshell, but Bombshell gets underneath and nearly gets Hypershock into the screws, but Hypershock able to escape, especially without being flipped. That would have been disastrous. Oh, and now Hypershock gets flipped. I guess it is kind of disastrous. See what Bombshell can do with this. But Hypershock just eats the shots and gets self-righted. Not self-righted, just righted. And now Bombshell continuing to gain the advantage. But Hypershock lands a brutal uppercut. Bombshell now upside down. Hypershock looking to keep the fight going. And Bombshell, look at now, it's back on its wheels, and Hypershock lands another uppercut. Oh my goodness, what a shot! Oh my goodness! Wow, at the start it looked like Bombshell had the advantage, but Hypershock just got underneath and just sent it flying. Hypershock took some shots, and Bombshell did manage to flip it over, but ultimately did basically no damage. I mean, neither bot really took any damage. It was all just the sending flying. Hypershock was able to drive inverted though, while Bombshell was not, and Hypershock was able to control the fight after flipping them, and eventually threw them out of the arena for a devastating victory, and advancing to a surprising 2-0. Let the bot battle begin. Two bots, very low ranking in the tournaments, both were the 30 and 32 seeds, battling for their tournament hopes. Oh, Witch Doctor manages to get underneath Mad Catter. I'm surprised those wedges are actually still attached to Witch Doctor. I'm surprised that the weapon's still attached, honestly. Mad Catter gets flipped over, and now the weapon is broken. Witch Doctor, however, pinning Mad Catter behind this. I think this lifter's behind the screws. They can't quite. They're on their side. They can't find a way to get down. Actually, the lifter is over the arena wall. Mad Catter cannot get off of there, and Witch Doctor will move to 1-1. This is a surprising way to end this fight. Witch Doctor had the upper hand for a little bit. They got underneath and were able to flip Mad Catter to a little bit of damage. Their own weapon broke, but Mad Catter was upside down, so they used that opportunity to get Mad Catter stuck. What a win. Let the bot battle begin. One bot a control bot, the other a hammer, both looking to go 2-0. Kraken gaining control early, getting Hammerhead into the screws and flipping them over. Let's see if Hammerhead, of course Hammerhead can self-right easily. And now they're landing shots to the head of Kraken. See how much damage that does. It's not likely to do much to the head itself. Those repeated force of those impacts could eventually force that energy into Kraken's frame and snap it in half. That seems like what Hammerhead is trying to do. That's how they defeated Rotator. Easily, they just hammered the chassis and broke it. However, Kraken is being a lot more resilient, holding up to these shots and able to fight back against Hammerhead. Though that weapon of Hammerhead is keeping Kraken at bay well so far. Kraken's only had a few grabs, but now Hammerhead gets flipped over and Kraken trying to capitalize, but Hammerhead able to escape. With Kraken, all he needs is one bite and he can put you in the screws and out of the arena. But now Hammerhead is the bot gang underneath, and Kraken almost got into the screws. Hammerhead just continuing to land blow after blow. And there's another shot. That one hurt a little bit more. Oh, that's a big shot. Now it looks like Kraken isn't moving. Kraken moves a little bit and then just stops. I'm not sure if they're actually able to do anything. Oh, that's revealed. Hammerhead swings his hammer and reveals that Kraken has been split in half. Hammerhead's plan worked, and they are taking the knockout and moving to 2-0. Well, Hammerhead didn't really look like they were doing much at all. Kraken had some early control, and then Hammerhead just kept on firing and firing and firing that hammer. Unlike the rotator fight, it didn't come off, and eventually that was enough to break Kraken apart. Hammerhead revealed that by throwing the back half of the bot away from the wedge, and they proved them were worthier, and now they are moving to 2-0. Impressive start for the Hammerbot. Let the bot battle begin. Two bots with lost streaks of 4 across the 2 seasons. Both bots get flipped over. Arctic Wind took some damage in the process to that wedge and the parts that keep them from tipping over and the wrong way. And Arctic Wind taking control. Blue Flame taking some damage. Well, not taking some damage, but Arctic Wind getting some clean shots on that wedge. And the wrong position for Blue Flame. Blue Flame seems to be the lower bot, but these weapon-to-weapon exchanges just seem to flip Blue Flame over. Arctic Wind continuing to land blows, and Blue Flame kind of stuck there. Arctic Wind trying to get as much bite on the wedge as possible, and he does, ripping it off. Blue Flame now a reach vert, whether it likes it or not. Another weapon-on-weapon shot flips Blue Flame over, and now Blue Flame is on his side. Arctic Wind trying to deal some damage here more. He rips off some chunks, and now it looks like he's backing away. Arctic Wind will get the victory here, as the Battlebots Explained mascots moves to a dreadful 0-5 overall. Well, this was quite the disaster for Blue Flame yet again. Arctic Wind was able to stay a lot more composed, a lot more controlled, and they're able to do the damage of ripping off that wedge in its entirety, which left Blue Flame compromised and vulnerable, and the vertical bar spinner capitalized, flipping Blue Flame on its side where it could not self-right. Let the main event begin. Yeti and Lucky, a rematch from actual Battlebots. Lucky flips Yeti over, and Yeti getting pushed into the corner here. That's not good for a bot like Yeti. Lucky underneath and throwing them onto the buzzers, or whatever that thing is. Not sure what to call it. Lucky got underneath easily. They just flipped Yeti over and over again until they were non-factor and out of the arena. Lucky moves to 2-0.